Hi everyone, it's Jo here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome too. I've had a few more subscribers, so thank you very much. I do appreciate it so much. The channel is slowly growing, which can be nothing but good. So thank you very much, and I hope you continue to enjoy watching my videos. So as you know, I've been participating in Laurie at Piles of Paragraphs hashtag a grungy tag challenge 2026, and I've completed January and February. I'm now on March, and the prompt for March is 3 of something. Now I've got an idea in my head of doing a 3-pocket tag. 2 of the pockets will be hidden and one will be obvious, will be an obvious pocket. But I've got an idea in my head, and I'm hoping it's gonna work. There's no reason why it shouldn't. So there may be a bit of fumbling going on as I'm working out what I'm doing, but other than that, I think we should be okay. So, and also I want to apologise for my voice. I did actually lose my voice completely. I was going to do this video a couple of days ago, but then I woke up and my voice was just went. I don't know if I've been like talking loads or what, I don't know. I'm not in any pain with my throat or anything. A little bit chesty, so I'm assuming it could be a slight chest infection. But yeah, if my voice disappears completely, I'll stop doing the video, but if I can manage to get through it, I will. Anyway, let's get on with this idea that I've got in my head. So for this tag, I'm using a DL envelope, and this will help me to create one of the hidden journaling spots, you know, for one of the tags. So first of all, I'm going to glue the envelope shut just on the very edge, because I don't want to lose any of the pocket space, which is what we'll need for this. So that's that glued shut. And what I'm going to do as well is I've got a digi download here. This is from Timeless Treasures, and she's got an old book pages kit, and this is one of my favourites on that kit. I just love the grunginess of it, and as we're doing a grungy tag, it seems appropriate. So yeah, let's get some glue on this envelope. So it should be fairly straightforward. And these DL envelopes, I don't know if it's the same all over the world. I'll do some measurements for you. But any envelope will do, really. Just depends how big you want your tag. So we're looking at 22 centimetres or 8 and just under 8 3/4 inches long by 11 centimetres wide by 4 5/8 wide. So I hope everyone else is okay. I think there's been a few lurgies going around this area lately, and I think compared to some people I've been fairly lucky. But this voice thing has been a strange one. So yeah, sometimes I just sound like I've swallowed a helium balloon or something. So I'll just glue that onto there. Burnish it down so it's nicely stuck. And this paper will form journaling space on the back of the tag. This paper. So yeah, February's gone really quickly as well. I can't believe we're into March already. It's like flipping heck. I think it's true what they say though, as you get older, it's time speeds up. It definitely does. And I'm being careful here not to open the envelope. Keep all the sides intact. So that's that. I'll just rub it down again. Now what I want to do with this, I'll just get my scoreboard. And maybe about 1.5. That's about right, yeah, 1.5 inches. The score in that, and that just forms the pocket at the front. Let's do it the right way. I've scored that the wrong side. Your valleys and your mountains. So valleys become mountains and mountains become valleys. And that's doing it the wrong way again. You see, I'm fumbling already and I've not even got to the real element of it yet. So that will be the obvious pocket at the front there. Excuse me. It's not awfully straight there. Sometimes these envelopes aren't manufactured very straight, but anyway, we'll persevere. I'm going to do a little thumb notch on there. I'll just give it an inking. I'm going to use ground espresso for this tag. Give it a nice dark tinge. Okay. Yeah, I can glue that down now. I think. I'll just check that. Yeah, I'll just put a little bit of glue there where I've put the notch. Just to close that. And I'll just put some glue at either side to close the pocket. Make sure that glue's nicely stuck down. And I've got a piece of cardstock here. This cardstock again is from Tim Holtz. I probably should have glued that on first actually. I'll just undo that gluing that I've just done. Yeah, it's from the Wallflower collection again, from Tim Holtz. So I'll get this glued down as well. It's important with this type of these hidden pockets that I'm doing, and I'm doing this wrong. I don't want to glue all that. Yes, I'm definitely having a moment. Let's get a wet wipe. You see it all here, folks. See my mistakes so you don't have to make them. So I'll just get all that glue off. Okay. Whoops. I'll just dry that off. Then I have to make sure the glue's dry. I don't want it to stick. Still got a bit of glue on the end there. I can only do this because it's cardstock. If it was a digital, I'd have ruined the digital by now. So don't do this mistake if you're using digitals. Right, what I want to do is put that down, but I'm only gluing it on 3 sides because this will form another pocket. Okay, so I need to figure out where I want the centre. Do it that side. I just want to figure out the centre there. I'm doing the centre from there to there. So we want about there. So I'll just mark that a little bit. I hope you can hear me all right. I will play back the video just to make sure it's you can hear me. Hopefully it'll all be okay. So yeah, it's off centre here, but when it's stuck down, this thumb notch will be centre. So I'll just ink that. Again, that was ground espresso. So I'll just get glue on the 3 sides. And we can glue that down. And I've got below the pocket there, just so that when you're putting something in that bottom pocket, you see some nice cardstock. Make sure that glue's stuck it down. Right, now I can close this pocket. So as you can see there, that's not awfully centre, so I'm not sure what I've done there. I think because I turned the card around. It doesn't matter, it's fine. Okay, so I can glue this pocket down now. we go. I'll just ink around. I won't bother doing the top yet until I've cut the corners for the tag shape. As you can see, that's one hidden pocket there. And I'm going to cut the top there so that I can put another tag inside the two, you know, inside the pocket of the actual envelope. So I'll just measure. I think it's going to be about 1.5 inches. Yeah, 1.5 inches that I'm going to cut. So I'll go back this way. Okay, this looks fairly drastic, but it will all become clear. I'm just going to glue this card down again because obviously I've cut off some of it. So it's just the top here. That first hidden pocket. Oops. Yeah, just the top there. Sorry, I'm not sure if it was on camera then. Just the top there, just so that I can close that first hidden pocket that we've made. And let's not, just make sure I've not glued the envelope there. Yeah. So the envelope's not glued. It was just the journaling card that we've made. Or should I say the cover that we've made for the first pocket there. I just needed to glue that down again because we cut the envelope. Okay. So still keeping the hollow section. So for this bit, I'll just glue all of that down. Not the inside of the envelope, but just where the cardstock is. So we still kept the hollow bit of the envelope. Now inside that hollow bit, I've prepared a card here already, which I think will be okay size wise. Yeah, I'm gonna ink that first, just round the corners at the bottom. Leave this card fairly blank, not decorated, because it's going to be hidden journaling space. I don't know why I'm inking the top, but hey, I've done that now. So yeah, the flat end is going to go inside that slot there. Okay, does that make sense? So what I need to do now is put some glue. I'll just make a little mark actually, just where I want the glue to go. It's going to be on both sides. In fact, no, I'll do it on the inside of this. Do you know, I think this planet is coming together. And so we need glue all over it. It's a bit tricky getting the glue in there, but all of this will be shot over the tag. So as you can see there, I've glued inside the whole thing. I'll try and centre. Yeah, I want it. Do I want it that side? No, I'll go for that side. I'm trying to centre it as I put it in before I stick it down. I think that's good enough. So just glue that together. And I've not inked that bit, because when this goes together again, it goes in there. It's more hidden if it's not inked. Yeah, I mean, you can ink it if you want. But if you're really wanting a hidden journaling space, then you stick that back in and you can't see it hardly at all. So now what I want to do is create the edges for the tag, and then I can ink it up. Oh, that's tough going over that thick bit. Okay, just make sure everything's glued down. I am going to ink around the tops. Like that. So that can go back in there. So essentially that's the 3 pockets created. So you just line that up. So you've got that pocket, you've got that obvious pocket there, and another hidden spot there. Okay, so all we need now is a journaling card. I think I've got the right size there, but I'll just double check. The measurements that I did earlier might need a bit of a trim. In fact, it certainly does need a bit of a trim. So, right. Take a bit of that side. And let's see how much we need. That little bit off there. That's it. And made a bit off the bottom. So I'll just check that again. Yeah, that's perfect. So once the card's in, it even makes it more hidden. So I'll just get these grounded. And inked. I'm glad this has worked out. I thought it was going to be more difficult than it actually is, actually. But it's turned out pretty straightforward. So yeah, you can't really see much of that pocket there, even though I've inked it. So that's that hidden spot. And just for good measure, ink around this tack. So essentially you've got the journaling spot on the actual tag itself, and 3 more tags. Well, I'll go through it in a minute. Let's just get this inked. I'm confusing myself now. That tag will go in there. And it also, do I have to trim that a little bit? Let's do the ruler trick. Hopefully put too much glue in. Yeah. That's it. So that tag really does hide the other hidden one now as well. But that's obviously the obvious pocket. So basically you've got journaling space on the back of the tag. You've got this pocket with a journaling card, which has journaling space on the back. And also obviously this other one with journaling space at the back. So that's the basis of the 3 pocket tag done. So I'll just do a little bit of decorating and making it fancy. I'm just going to put a bit more ink around just because. Let's take that out a minute. I've got to ink the back as well. I'm not going to round those corners as well because it's part of the envelope. It'll just open it up. I'll just keep it as is. So on the front now, on that little pocket at the front, I'm just going to do a little bit of decorating. So I've got some little bits here which I thought might go. Some little elements from Tim Holtz. There's a strip ephemera that he has, and also these are from what's it called, Curator kit, which is fab. I've actually got the stamp kit as well now, so I can make more in case I decide to retire them. There's always that risk when you're buying Tim Holtz products and you like them. There's always that risk that they're going to be retired, and we don't want that to happen. So I'll just check this little bit of cloth is going to be big enough for that little tag there. Yeah, I'll just give that a little grunge up. Again with a ground espresso. Well, that can go there. That there, I think. That little one. Number 19. That made me think of a... Oh, who sang it? It was that Vietnam song, 19. Who sang it? Was it... Well, who was it? New Order? I'm not sure. Gosh, that's a blast from the past, mind. I think I want that white one a bit more grungy. Alright, let me just figure out what I want to do with these. I think that. No, that one. I'll go there. It's quite matchy that really, isn't it? But anyway, it's grungy. No, I want it like this. I don't like to line them all up. I think that's the way I'm going to go. And we'll just have that at the side. And maybe some of Margaret from Seven Plaza put some of her boo-boo tape on. Anyway, let's get that slapped down. So like I've said before, let's get me tweezers. I like to glue the big element onto the fabric rather than put the glue on the fabric, so that you don't get too much seepage. I'll take some of that off. Coming through the fabric. So I'll stick that on there first, and then I just put glue where the element is. So again, prevents that seepage look of glue. I hope you can still hear me. I'll just pop that on there. this one. Actually, I want it lower. And this wee one. And just this long one now. Don't want to go across there. Oh, the bottom. And you could also add some brads to the little tags as well. I'm not going to do that on this occasion. Well, that's grunged up that pocket a little bit. So it's straight. Okay, I'm going to put a hole in the top now. Let's get that glue sealed. My crocodile. I'm just eyeballing the centre there. Probably made that a bit too hard. Oh, no, just. You're forgetting that with these bigger eyelets. Oops, excuse me. Right, I've got some seam binding here, which is a perfect colour. There's some crinkle seam binding. That through the hole. And there we are. I need some more ink. And that is my 3 pocket tag. 3 of something for March. You also decorate that bit. You could decorate underneath as well, obviously. I just wanted to show you the actual development of how you actually created it. So just going through it again, we've got that tag in there, which is obvious. A journaling space. You've also got this tag in here, which you could add a tab to, but obviously that would make it obvious. So if you want it hidden, don't add the tab. If you're not wanting it hidden, then add a tab. There's some more journaling space. And obviously this one as well, with double journaling space. So yeah, none of this is my idea. I've seen this element before. I'm not sure if anyone's added another pocket to it on the side there. I'm not sure. I'm sure somebody has. I don't think there's much left in paper crafting that hasn't been invented already. But that's it. So I hope you like that. Hope you give it a go. And if you are taking part in the challenge, don't forget to add hashtag grungy tag challenge 2026 to whatever it is you've made. And then Laurie and the rest of us that are participating can see what you're creating. But this is it for March. So April, what have we got for April? Circles. Right, so I've got to ask another one to get my head round. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. And I think my voice is just about held out. Hopefully next time I speak to you, my voice will be fully recovered. All right, well, have a good month, everybody. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.